Morning! Oh my gosh, my voice is actually so deep. So I'm gonna go brush my teeth now.
Hey guys, so I got like an hour before my next tuition, so I'm gonna chill. I don't eat dinner, but I'm right now hungry, so I'm probably just gonna chill. Since I did like yesterday's video, so push me up.
From the prostate gland urethra.
Hey babe, so I know that I don't really do a lot of talking videos, but I'm trying to do some more yapping videos because I'm a yapper at heart. Okay, and I just through this channel I really want to show my true personality and just in my little corner of YouTube, and I just want to have fun doing it, and something I enjoy is yapping. So today, one thing I'm gonna there's two things I'm gonna say, and I think they're really different. Okay, so the first thing is, why does nobody actually talk about how hard it is to be on your period and knowing that you have to do all these things? I'm on my period currently, okay, and it's thankfully it's not that heavy right now, but it was super heavy. Okay, a bit TMI. Okay, I apologize, but um a period not only it doesn't only affect your physical well-being, it also affects your emotional well-being and your mental well-being. I have felt like crap, honestly I felt like shit for this couple of days. Honestly, okay, I've had no motivation. I can barely get out of bed because of my stupid mental health. Not that mental health is stupid, but of my mental health is really really bad. But I'm still surviving, I'm still okay, but it's genuinely so hard, and I just want to applaud everyone out there who does it every single month consistently and with cramps. Okay, I am so thankful I am not somebody who has cramps, so I cannot complain about cramps. Not that I would, like if I had cramps and they were super bad, I would talk about them. But I don't have cramps, so I can't complain. And but I have a lot of other like stuff with it. Okay, I'm always getting sick, and I constantly, like, you know when you stand up like a bit too fast, and then your vision just like kind of goes black. It just goes spotty and like black. That's what happens to me a lot. But like, it's when I stand up normally, I just like kind of like black out. But I'm like, okay, because like I've had this for like a couple of years now. So, and I've got it tested for like low iron, anemia, a ton of stuff. I am all okay. Then the doctors have just told me like, oh, it's because like you're a teenage girl and you're skinny, you know. That's what happens to like skinny teenage girls. And I'm like, are you serious? Like skinny teenage girls, that's all you're gonna tell me, is that your problem is that you're a skinny teenage girl? And they said that I've been like standing up too fast. So I was like, okay, I'll probably just like stand up slower. But honestly, right, it's affecting me a lot because I was quite like I was oh my gosh, I was a really active person basically, and then now I'm not really an active person anymore, which okay Loki sucks. But wait, I was talking about periods. Oh my gosh, wait, but like it doesn't really matter, but it sucks anyways. But I'm trying to adapt, you know. Oh, okay. Second thing I'm here to talk about. Major spoiler for Percy Jackson. If you know Jason Grace, this is a major spoiler. Skip. I feel like wait, just skip, okay? Just skip this part, I swear. Like skip till like you no longer see my face yapping. Because like okay, I'm gonna wait, okay? I don't know why I do my 3 like this. I can do 3 or 3. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just like this is the way I do it. It's like fun. I either do it like this or like this. Yeah, I just switch all the time. Okay. So now I'm gonna start, okay? Oh my gosh. Nobody tells you how you feel. Like, there's no like way I could describe how I feel right now. Actually no, there's one word, conflicted. I feel like what the heck? Because like we're not conflicted actually. It's like, okay, my predicament right now is that I am an avid reader, okay? I love reading. Okay, that's not a problem, I love reading. But like, nobody tells you how it feels like reading back, like rereading a series that you love after you've read like, okay, Rick Riordan, he wrote Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus, okay? I love Heroes of Olympus so much, okay? But okay, I loved the original Percy Jackson more, okay? But then like Heroes of Olympus, was it Heroes of Olympus? Yeah, should be. I think I will like correct myself later if I'm wrong, like via text. But like one of the major spoilers that I received when I first joined this fandom was that Jason Grace dies. Jason Grace dies. So I was like, okay, Jason Grace dies. I don't even know who Jason Grace is, but apparently he dies. Okay, whatever. I read Heroes of Olympus, like, oh my gosh, you're telling me this Jason Grace, he dies? So Jason Grace, he dies? I was so like, oh my gosh, I was like so scared reading the whole series because I was like, oh my god, he's gonna die. Oh, spoiler, he didn't die until Trials of Apollo. And I'm gonna say, his death was so abrupt to me because what do you mean? Like, we're reading about Lester Papadoulos and Meg, and then you're just going through all these trials, and then suddenly you bring back Piper, you bring back Grover, you bring back Leo, you bring back Calypso, you bring back Annabeth, you bring the whole gang, and then last but not least you bring back Jason. Okay, you bring back Jason. And when you bring back Jason, you decide, okay, Jason's gonna come in, you know, he's gonna help move the storyline along, he's gonna help play the pieces together, he's gonna tell you like, oh, if I die, because he knows that he's gonna die, because he's taking charge of like, I don't know if it's a prophecy, but it's been foretold in the prophecy that one of them is gonna die, and he's taking charge of it. He's saying like, okay, I am going to be the one to die. I'm not gonna let Piper die because he cares about Piper so much. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could never be that selfless. I was honestly like, what the heck? I admire him so much. Okay, back to my story. What do you mean that he comes in? He kind of saves the day, okay? They get on, big spoiler, they get on Caligula's, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Caliluga's, like, long, like, bridge of, like, long fleet of ships, basically, because Caligula, he had like 50 ships like lined up, right? What do you mean he like Jason Grace randomly got like stabbed in the back by a couple arrows after being all invincible? I was so pissed. I looked at it, I wanted to cry. I was so pissed. I was like, Rick Riordan, are you serious? Like, you literally like made Jason Grace do all these good and like amazing things, and he got killed by an arrow. Okay, provided it was like when he was caught off guard, it was when he was like had multiple injuries, but I expected way more from a predator of like Camp Jupiter, because he is a predator from Camp Jupiter. Oh my gosh, like, he is Roman and he has been through like the Roman camp, the Greek camp, and all the random stuff, all like these quests and everything. You're telling me that he just randomly dies? I was actually really pissed. I can't like that how pissed I am. I was actually so pissed. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? And apparently Rick Riordan was, because guess who died? Jason. And okay, I am not the biggest fan of Piper McLean. In fact, currently I'm trying to like see how I feel about her, because I feel like me as a person, I like my opinions are very like, oh, you don't like her? I don't like her so. So I saw someone on the internet saying that they didn't like Leo, Jason and Piper because she felt like they were like a ripoff from the original trio, which was Grover, Percy and Annabelle. And I was like, oh, that makes sense, you know? Do I feel the same way? And I was like, oh, maybe I do feel the same way. Then she was also saying about how like shallow Piper is. Like, nobody cares that your hair is jagged, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, like, I quite like that, because I feel like it stresses how much like Piper really doesn't really like herself. Like, she doesn't like how perfect like she should be, like, in a sense, you know? Because like I feel like because her father is Tristan McLean, when people find out, they're like, oh my gosh, I want your signature, I want your autograph. So she's just trying to keep the expectations really low. And also, she hates makeup, she hates she hates like beauty and stuff, which is completely normal, okay? And like, I feel like she's just trying to prove to herself that she is worthy of love, even if her hair is jagged, even if she doesn't have makeup, even if she's ugly in her own sense. Like, to herself, she thinks she's ugly. If she thinks that, probably, okay, she's not ugly, by the way. But like, if she feels that, right, like, I genuinely think that she is trying to just like find a sense of love from like others, because she doesn't think she deserves it, because her father's always away all the time, right? Please let me know if I'm rambling. Wait, how would you let me know? Comments probably. I feel like she's struggling with like feeling unloved because her father is constantly not around, and then when she finally finds like the love of her life, Jason Grace, she realizes that the first 3 months that she cherished so much were a sham by Hira. Like, how would you feel? And after that, like, she's always tried to like fit in and fit in and fit in. Before she was like, yeah, I give up, I found my group of friends, you know, I give up. And then after that, like, she's like, okay, I don't know how to be a person outside of Camp Half-Blood. I don't know how to be a person with Jason outside like chaos. And then she's like, okay, I need to find myself, because she doesn't know who she is as a Cherokee person, as a Native American. She doesn't know who she is. She knows what she's supposed to be, but she knows that she's not that. And I feel like I relate to that so much, you know? Like society always gives us, always like puts all of our, puts their expectations of us to put it into mold, okay? Put it into mold. But sometimes we are not that mold, and that's when society is like, why are you not this mold? I made you to be in this mold. Why are you not in this mold? And I feel like, especially social media, that's when like kids, like little children, or like teenagers, especially teenagers, like I am one, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be like this, but instead I'm like jagged. I have like so many edges. I am not supposed to be like this. And they sort of hate themselves, and that is not something I want anybody to go through, because trust me, I have gone through my fair share of that. So I don't really know where to go from here, but it's like 11:40. I think I'm gonna like chat a bit more. So since like y'all don't really know me, right, I'm not gonna go like super in depth, like trauma in depth. Not that I have much trauma, but like I'm just gonna like say some basic facts about me, and maybe some like fun facts. So I have like a really big, like, okay, if you take my extended family, no, not even, okay, even just my mom's side, it's genuinely so big. Like, I think it's big, honestly. But like, I am really loved. I have two younger siblings. I won't really share their names, but you may hear it like when I'm talking to them when they're in the background. My parents, I have my parents, me, my siblings, my grandma, and a bunch of other cousins, uncles, aunties, and stuff like that. And my dad's side, we have a whole other thing. It is crazy. I don't think I have met, like, in like this year, I don't think I have met my father's side, like the full family, in over, like, probably my whole life. I've only met them once, and that was when I was like 7, and I do not remember that, because like they live in like other countries, like neighboring countries, and they just like randomly come in like during Chinese New Year, which has like just passed. Oh my gosh, wait, this is so random, but like there was like a blood moon tonight or something. I don't know, I came out of tuition because my dad was picking me up, and then he was like, hey Abigail, like, do you see the moon? And I was like, no, like, what do you mean? And then he was like, oh, like where's the moon right now? And I was like, oh, the moon's like there, you know. And he was like, oh yeah. Then he's like, what does it look like? I said, oh, it looks very round, but there's like nothing blocking it. He said, oh, there's nothing blocking it. And I was like, yep, nothing blocking it. That means the eclipse has passed. So he was telling me that, yeah, like there was an eclipse just now. There was a blood moon. And I asked him, did he take any photos? Because I personally want to see it. He said no. Yeah, but I really like cherish this like conversation so much, like with my dad, because he and I, we don't have a really good relationship. So I am grateful for every chance that we get along. Yeah, I feel like that's a really heavy topic that I'm not really gonna go into. I'm an ambivert, I think. I used to be like really introverted, but then I found my group of friends. I would like to say that I found my people, and then ever since then I've just like started opening up. I feel more extroverted right now, and yeah, I am a huge book person. If you couldn't tell from like my ramble about Piper McLean, Percy Jackson. Oh my gosh, wait, I finished Trials of Apollo book 4, and I can't for the life of me find book 5 like online, because I read like on ebooks. I download it onto my iPad and just read. It's so good. Oh my gosh. I finished book 4 and I love that, you know, Reina has been told, like, you know, predators, they're supposed to come in pairs, right? So predators, like, they've always been shipped with like their partner, and Reina has served as a predator for the longest time, and she's been shipped and shipped and shipped and shipped with people. She's been so many things. She's been a daughter of Hagrid. Not a daughter of Hagrid. Like, she's been a follower of Hagrid. She's been a sorcerer. She was even a pirate. Okay, and then after that, like, she was multiple things. She also has a sibling, by the way. And then after that, she was like, okay, like, there's so many things, and she's been told by, I forgot if it's like a prophecy or God. She's been told by them, like, hey, you know, no man in this lifetime is ever gonna satisfy you, or something like that. Like, no human is ever gonna like you know, heal your heart. And she was like, what do you mean? Like, huh? And she's been craving this love, and she realized how ridiculous it was, and like who she was truly finding when Lester Papadoulos, who is like Apollo lah, like confessed to her and was like, hey, you know, like how the prophecy said that, like, you know, no mortal is gonna help you. Technically, I used to be a god, so like why not you and me, you know, become a thing. And she started laughing. She was like, oh my gosh, you and me, no way. And then like through this like laughter, she realized that she hadn't like felt free in the longest time, because she was so confined to being a predator, to being like to being confined to this box called predator, to being like whatever everyone else wanted to be, that she had truly forgotten who she was outside of being a predator, outside of being in Camp Jupiter. So she decided to be a hunter, and then I think she's gonna find herself, and I'm so proud of her. And I think she's another like role model, another person that shows you do not need to conform to society's box of you. So yeah, can you tell I have ADHD? I actually don't know if I have ADHD. I'm gonna get it tested soon. Yeah. So more things is that I'm a Christian, okay? Oh wait, okay. But you know how the Bible says, come as you are, not stay as you are? I don't know the actual verse, but I will find it and I'll put it here later when I edit it. So the Bible says, come as you are. I may be taking this out of context. So if I'm taking this out of context, you probably won't see this. But basically, the Bible says, come as you are, not stay as you are. So I've come to Christianity as a little girl. Sorry. Okay, my family's Christian, so obviously my whole life I've been a Christian, okay? And I thought that Christianity was like steps, you know? Like, okay, to be the perfect Christian, you have to pray, you have to read a Bible, you know, you have to come to church every week, you have to, you know, do a Bible study, and you have to, you know, maybe fast, you know, then you have to get baptized, you have to get married, you have to do all these things to be a good Christian. Hey, wait, you don't actually have to get married, okay? Like, that's not what I'm talking about. But like, the thing is that you have to do so many things, and that I realized, like, okay, this is too much. I don't know how to do this. And so, like any other person, I started to stray. I strayed away. I am still straying away. I am not the best Christian, but I try my best. I curse. Heck, okay, wait, this is like very, very weird, but I've read Smart before. I even had an addiction with it, but nobody in my family knows it. But I have struggled with the worst mental health. I've hung out with the worst of people. I have done things that I am not proud of, but yet I still come to Jesus Christ, and I'm still like, hey God, it's me. I just pray that, you know, like, you will forgive me for everything I've done. Like, I'm repenting. Oh wait, wait, I know I'm like in the middle of that, but like, if you are not religious, this is not your sign to be religious. It's not your sign to not be religious either. Like, wait, am I making sense? No, it's like, it's your choice, okay? Your choice, your religion. Your religion, your choice, okay? You want to be Christian, you want to be Muslim, you want to be Hindu, you want to be Buddhist. I do not really care. It is your choice, it is your life, okay? Whoever you believe put us here, okay? We've been brought into life to make decisions. This is your decision. And with that, I'm gonna end because I am really tired. And it's gonna be 12 a.m. soon. I am sleep deprived. Tomorrow is another long day. I am not sacrificing my sleep anymore because I'm just 16, okay? I just turned 16 like a while ago, okay? And I'm still trying to figure out this whole like vlogger thing because I'm not trying to be a vlogger, but like I would like to be a vlogger, if that makes sense, because vlogging is something that has always intrigued me a lot. Like, it has intrigued me so much that I was like, oh, I want to be a content creator. And I've like tried before like so many times, but I just couldn't bring myself to post. So I was like, okay, Abigail, like, oh wait, the person who inspired me was Jessica Lily. I love Jessica Lily, okay? She's amazing, and I love how genuine she is. I love how real she is. I love how her purpose in life, she has said this many times, she feels that her purpose in life is to bring joy to others, and I love that about her, okay? Because she is such an inspiration that I'm like, okay, like this was what made me want to do it. Because even though she has anxiety, even though she's scared, even though she may not be the best, I'm not saying that she's not the best, okay? She still tries, and that's who I want to be. So that's why I started March Diaries. Should I upload this as like a individual video, or like should I upload this as like a together with my episode 3? I don't know, but I'll think about it. Okay, good night. Hey babes, if you made it to the end of this video of episode 3, I'm so proud of you. I know I've rambled a lot, but like, thank you for watching. It means a lot to me actually. Thank you, love you, bye bye. Oh, good night. I'm sleeping like right now. It's like 11:57.